Hey guys, welcome back. Another week, another round of new releases. Let's do this. It's currently like 8 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday, so the household is waking up. I can hear Bennett on his monitor. He's very happy right now. His sister and his dad are both upstairs, so if he gets cranky, they will go get him. But if you can hear him in the background, that's what it is. So I'm trying to get through this before the entire household comes downstairs and becomes very ruckusy and this becomes impossible. So let's just dive in. First up, Patrick Starr is doing another collaboration with MAC, and I don't know that it has a name, it's just the holiday release. There's 2 eyeshadow palettes, some powder puff looking things, some pigments, lip glosses, lipsticks, as per usual. The eyeshadow palettes don't really do anything for me, but the packaging on the lipsticks, yes please, yes please. The nude one on the left and the red in the middle in particular catch my eye. The sort of pinky nude I think is going to be too light for me, but I am very interested in picking up one of those lipsticks, if only for the packaging, because I am part rodent, it is sparkly, ergo I must have it. Lethal Cosmetics, which is an indie brand, is releasing 12 new eyeshadows and a magnetic case. I haven't used anything from Lethal Cosmetics, but the colors that they are releasing are so pretty. Well, I always sort of gravitate back into the middle. The greens, that deep sort of burnt orange color along on the left side, and then the shimmery shades on the right with that tangerine orange, like they all look beautiful and they all look like they would really work very well together. So they do sell them combined as a collection, or you can pick and choose and buy them individually. And they will be releasing on November 23rd along with some Black Friday deals as well for their other products. So they're not on my list of approved Black Friday shopping things for myself, but I may have to make an amendment because these look very pretty. A palette that I haven't seen anywhere. I haven't seen any posts on Instagram. It's not at Sephora. I just haven't seen it anywhere except on the Shoppers Drug Mart website, not even in stores, is this little guy here. This is the Provocateur palette. It's got that like really cool packaging that a lot of their holiday release items have. And it's just a 6-pan palette. There are the shadows inside, and it is so gorgeous. I'm not a huge Nars fan, I will say, but this one, just the colors online really spoke to me, and then when I got them, I realized they're even prettier in person. In particular, these 2 shades over here, like you'd think this is sort of a creamy white, and that this is just sort of a champagne kind of color. Well, this one on the bottom is really like a topper kind of deal, like it's so reflective. And then this one here has like a gold shift to it. So if I swatch them out, there they are there, and they're just so beautiful. And then the top right shade has that strong like red blue shift to it. And these shadows are just, they're beautiful to work with as well. So I don't know why I'm not, like I don't really gravitate towards Nars, but this palette, I don't know where else you can find it. Probably, I guess, the Nars website, I imagine, but it's not on the Canadian Sephora site. But if you go to Shoppers Drug Mart, if you're a Canadian, on their website under their beauty boutique, that's it, the beauty boutique section, you can find it there and you can use points towards it. So I got it for 50% because I cashed in some points for the other half. Wet n Wild is coming out with makeup sponges, yay, and silicone applicators. Bleh. I have not yet come across a silicone applicator that actually does anything other than smear crap around, so I, have zero interest in that whatsoever. The sponges, on the other hand, I'm always down for an affordable sponge, so I might very well check those out. Ciate is coming out with glitter metallic lipsticks. That seems like altogether far too much for me. Maybe for Instagram pictures, maybe for some YouTube videos, but I can't see myself wearing metallic, glittery lipsticks on an everyday basis. If that's your jam, then they've got some shades for you, but it's just not anything that I'm really drawn to, and especially not at the price tag. This is a UK post, and it's £19, which is going to be like 30 some odd dollars here, so it just seems a little gimmicky, and it seems like something that I'm definitely not going to get a lot of wear out of, so I'm just going to say no thank you. Same with this cream here from La Mer. I mean, first of all, La Mer. But it's a throwback to the Little Miss. I don't know, I mean, it speaks, I could be aging myself. When I was a kid, there was like Little Miss Bossy, Little Mr. Tickle, Little whatever. It was a whole like thing, and there was books on them, and you could find t-shirts, and it was a whole thing. So they've brought that back with Little Miss Miracle for this cream. You get 2 ounces in this jar. It is $420 Canadian. Unless I can like specifically program it to make my lips fuller and my eyelids more even and make me dinner and clean my house for $420, I don't know. Have you ever tried La Mer products? Like, are they really worth that price tag? Because I think, like, to me, at some point, it maxes out. It can only hydrate so much. It can only do so much, and I feel like that level, that end point, is well before the $420 a jar price tag. But I could be wrong. If you've used it and it is a miracle in a jar, please let me know. I still probably will never buy it, but at least I won't be quite as offended by the price. So let me know. Another quick mention is that Anastasia Beverly Hills is releasing a limited edition vault, and in there is going to be the Soft Glam, the Modern Renaissance, Subculture, and Prism palettes. It's going to be available only in the US and the UK, and it's going to run you $90 US with a value of $168 US. I own 3 of the 4 anyway, so I'm really not that offended, but at any rate, why no love for the Canadians? We're a lovely group. Makeup Geek has released some new products. So they have new eyelashes. They have, I don't know what they are. They're called Healing Lip Glaze. But there's no information as to what the healing aspect of them is. So I'm not sure if they are like meant to be used as like a tinted lip balm kind of deal, if they're medicated in some way. I don't know. But whatever. And then the eyeshadow palette. So this is the Stroke of Midnight. I did include that in one of my videos a few weeks ago when I only had seen the outer packaging, and I had said at that time, I really hope it's something new, that there's new shades, that it's, you know, bringing something different to the table, and it's fucking not. It is, it's bland. I'm sorry, it's bland. I mean, it's pretty. I'm not going to say that it's not, but we've been there, we've done that. A lot of these shades are repeats, so they're not even creating new shadows to go into these collections. Overall, it just seems very uninspired to me. And that's kind of my complaint with a lot of the recent Makeup Geek releases. And I love Makeup Geek. I do. I love their shadows. I have a ton of them. I would like to purchase more, but they just aren't releasing anything new. They came out with those like power pigments back in the spring, released 10 of them, and then went right straight back to all their safe, neutral, sort of just regurgitating what they already have. Like all of their palettes that they come out with just kind of draw from existing shades, and it just, I'm getting frustrated with it, to be honest. They need to step it up. Speaking of bland, so Benefit, I don't know what you're doing. Like, the thing with Benefit as well is that they just recycle their same products over and over again. They just kind of put them in different collections, but it's always the same thing. It's always their real mascara or whatever, which is a fucking beast to get off. And then the Hoola bronzer and all that, and it'll be in like one little kit over here, and then they put those with a different blush in a different kit. And it never really is anything new, unfortunately. And so now I was excited to see that they had released a palette, except when you look on the inside, I'm like, good, Jesus, Good God, why is this? Like there's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 shadows, but there's really only like 4. I wanted more from them. What do I have from them that I really like? Benefit. I have something from them that I really like. What the hell is it? I don't want to come across like I'm shitting on Benefit because I do like a lot of their products. I like their face powders. I like their blushes. I do not like their mascaras, but I like their brow products. This palette makes me a little bit angry. Just a little touch. It's very bland. Can you hear Bennett? He's so happy. I am interested, however, in Bombshell Cosmetica is coming out with 3 new palettes, part of their, what is it, the Candy Shop collection. Apparently they're all scented as well. And they look gorgeous. The one on the left is like calling to me with that bright yellow and the pink and the green, and it's freaking stellar. I have never tried anything from them. I had not even heard of them until I saw posts of these palettes on Instagram. I'm down for it. I am absolutely down for it. So these palettes launch on the 23rd as well, and then there's going to be even more in the collection. They just haven't released it yet. So again, my Black Friday list is growing. I am gonna have to do some hard choices, make some difficult decisions, because I can't buy everything, but everything looks gorgeous. So what's a girl to do? At least I can save money here. Laura Lee's new collection. This is the Sleigh Belle holiday collection, and no thank you. I'm not a Laura Lee fan. Like, I've never followed her. I've seen little snippets of her videos and she just grates on my nerves. Like, it's just a personality thing for me. And then the whole like racist tweets and then that ridiculous apology, put that in air quotes. I have no respect for her. I will buy collabs. Like, I'm not an anti-collab person. I will buy collabs when I don't even really know the people that are doing the collabs. Bretman Rock. But take that away. Take away my feelings of her as a human being. The shadows just don't look interesting to me. Like, they just don't. And then the this picture doesn't show all the insides of everything else, like the lip products that come with it, but they were all fairly neutral, and it's just nothing new. It's not enticing in any way, so at least I'm not worried about having to buy that. One that I really did have to hem and haw about is the new palette from Colourpop. I think it's called the Dream Sequence or something. I think it's the Dream Sequence palette. It's so fun. It's so bright and vibrant. It's very summer looking, especially with like the Colourpop or the Color Super Shock shadows all being different like pastel colors. It looks very summer appropriate, not so much holiday, but I can get past that because I don't really care at the end of the day. I really did hem and haw. I was on the website. I had it in my cart and then I reined back because I do have these colors. I don't need them. It's very tempting. I really do like Colourpop shadows. But as you can see by the eye look today, I have these colors. I don't need it. Clinique is coming out with a customizable moisturizer system, I guess. You can choose the base that you get, so whether it's a jelly, lotion, or oil control something something. And then you can also add, I don't know, like a core to it or something. I'm not quite sure what's going on here. But there's one that combats lines and wrinkles, one for fatigue, yes please, one for uneven skin tone, one for pores and uneven texture, and then one for irritation. So I think that's kind of a cool little idea that you can customize this, so that you can really get what your skin needs. I used the Clinique Dramatically Different Moisturizer for years, like from probably the age of like 12, 13 all the way up to about 35. Literally, that was the only face cream I ever used, and then I found that it just wasn't up to the challenge, really. So this kind of idea breathes new life into it, and if you can get sort of dual action out of it, I'm down for that. I think it's a really neat idea. I like it. Melt Cosmetics. They are coming out with their Smoke Sessions palette on Black Friday, and I am so on board. I think it looks freaking gorgeous. I do think I will have to bring in like a matte palette with it as well, just to round out the edges, but the shades, give me life. They are gorgeous. I am fully on board. I feel like this is going to be a slightly controversial palette. Like, I really don't... Are we past the whole pot thing? I mean, it's legal here in Canada now, right across the board. I think it's largely legal in the States as well. Like, are we past this? I don't know. It doesn't bother me in any event. The little pot leaves imprinted on each pan. I think some people are going to get their knickers in a twist about it, but for me, it makes sense. It's kind of timely with all of the whole like decriminalization, legalization stuff going on. So I think it's a very relevant palette, and I think it just looks beautiful nonetheless. So I am very excited about that one. Okay. Now we have to talk about Kat Von D, because I don't know what that girl's doing. Like, I don't understand what's going on. So first of all, they're releasing this set, which has 5 different black eyeliners in it. One of every variety that she sells, I guess. To me, that seems like an awful lot of black eyeliners, but I mean, if somebody wants to sample the different varieties that she has, I guess that's one way to do it. Then, she's releasing this, I don't even know what it's called. It's like a glitter gel. One shade, out of nowhere, glitter gel. There you go. For $24, like that's steep. And then she's got this Lolita palette, and then a Lolita eyeliner and a Lolita liquid lipstick, I guess. It's all very disjointed. It just doesn't make sense to me. If you're going to release glitter gels, release like a set of 4 and call it a holiday collection and make them holiday themed. It just, hi Aspen. It just doesn't make sense to me. And then the liner thing, I mean, that's an awful lot of black eyeliner. Who needs all that? Hi, sweet girl.
I'm in my tiny footed pajamas.
I got her a footed onesie. And then this Lolita palette, like, are all the brands just, like, do they send a memo around to each other and they're like, you know what we need to do? Berry tones. Let's get on it. Unfortunately for Kat Von D, she's late to the game. Everybody has beat her to this. Even like Dominique Cosmetics has their berry one out. This, I mean, it looks pretty. The swatches don't really sell it for me, but I don't get it. I think she's late to the game. I think if she was going to release a collection, but I don't understand the whole, like, here's some liners. Here's an unfinished liner that I talked about in a previous video. Here's one glitter gel. Like, put the glitter gel in with this, but make it purple. Like, it just, I don't know. I don't understand. It's like they have different offices in their creative development team, and they don't communicate with each other. So they have no idea what one is doing versus the other, and it just ends up looking disjointed. She's just pumping out the products, which makes me suspect that they're just trying to recoup losses from all the controversies this year. And overall, I'm over it. I don't have any interest in it. I'm just over it. They need to just regroup, shake it off, and come out with some sort of curated collection that actually makes some semblance of sense. Those are my thoughts. Anyways, I'm going to wrap it up because now I've got the big kid down here, the little one is crying, and Barry's going to get overwhelmed soon, so I'm going to assist him, and we will tackle the weekend together. Anyways, thank you for checking out my video. I will see you in my next... Aspen Lily, get your tongue in your head. I will see you in my next one. Until then, just be a decent human being. Bye for now.